Hi everybody, it's Bobby Pratt with the Great Lakes Surf Rescue Project. It is May 10th. We are a third of the way through Water Safety Month. So today we're going to be talking about swimming lessons. We're continuing our talk about layers of protection. So for the next couple of days we're going to be talking swimming lessons. And we're going to start kind of in a strange area. We're going to define swimming and talk about the word swimming and how it means different things to different people. So the definition of swimming is the sport or activity of propelling yourself through the water using your limbs. Now, the reason that I think that it's important we start here is that I think a lot of our children believe that they know how to swim, and their definition of swimming is very different than our definition of swimming. And I base this observation on a couple of things. The Great Lakes Surf Rescue Project has done over 1,000 presentations about water safety in the last 12 years. Most of those presentations are done in schools, and many of those presentations are done in elementary schools and preschools. And we always start our presentations with a little survey. And part of that survey is asking people, children, if they know how to swim, and asking for a show of hands. We'll ask them, how many of you know how to swim? And this is the response that we'll get. Typically, more than 90% of the children, more than 90% of the adults that we survey will tell us that they know how to swim. Children as young as 3 and 4 years old, 90% of them will tell us that they know how to swim. This seems a little odd to us, so we started investigating a little further and asking, what do they mean by swimming? When they say they know how to swim, what does that mean? And some of the children would tell us, well, I can swim with my floaties on. Or they will say, I swim in the bathtub, or I can swim at grandma's pool when my mommy is holding me. And so there's a bit of a disconnect between what our children believe swimming is and what we believe swimming is. And some of this results from the fact that we tell children. We buy them a little 3-foot around pool, 6, 8 inches deep. We ask them if they want to go swimming. We put them in a life jacket, or we put them in a puddle jumper. And we're going to talk about life jackets in a couple of days, and we will talk a great deal about puddle jumpers and why I think they are overrated in terms of a water safety device. But kids will be in their puddle jumpers, and they'll be told that they're swimming. We'll put them in a puddle jumper because they have no swimming ability, and have them splash around in the pool a little bit. And then on the way home, we'll say, hey, did you have fun swimming today? So they actually believe that they know how to swim. They think they know how to swim in the bathtub. They think they know how to swim in a little kiddie pool. They think they know how to swim when their life jacket is on. And unfortunately, later on when they get older and we tell them, now, you can't go into Lake Michigan until you become a good swimmer. They think, heck, I'm a good swimmer. I've been swimming at grandma's house all the time. I swim in the bathtub all the time. I am a good swimmer. And so I think we need to just reevaluate. I'm not asking you to, change your language. Heck, we can't even get people to stop saying riptides. So our kids believe that they know how to swim. And then we take them to swimming lessons. Tomorrow we'll be talking about ISR, the infant swimming program that you've probably seen videos of, where they teach very young children, sometimes as young as 4 or 5 months old. The American Association of Pediatrics now believes that we should start swimming lessons at about 1 year old. And so we see some of those videos and we think that our children are safe now. Every year we have very accomplished swimmers who end up having fatal drownings. And this is really a difficult subject to talk about, but it's an important subject to talk about because sometimes parents think that their children are somehow inoculated from drowning if they know how to swim. They may be on a swim team, and they think that my child couldn't possibly drown. The United States had a wonderful open water swimmer, champion open water swimmer named Fran Crippen. competed on an international level, won several medals, won a gold medal in the Pan American Games, or excuse me, won a gold medal in the Pan Pacific Games, where he swam the 10K, 6 miles, open water swimming, and unfortunately had a fatal drowning. Down in Texas, Elise Sarimi had a fatal drowning during swim practice. Very accomplished young swimmer. In Colorado, Drennan O'Melia had won a 100-yard freestyle race the day before and had a fatal drowning in 3 feet of water at a pool. Everybody should get swimming lessons. Every child should learn how to swim. Every swimmer should become a lifesaver. But we need to understand that there's no such thing as drown-proofing. The Navy SEALs talk about a program where they call it drown-proofing, where they actually take people and shackle them. They put them in handcuffs and they tie their legs together and throw them in the pool, make them jump into the pool, and they learn a technique that makes them much, much, much safer. Unfortunately, we've also had Navy SEALs who fatally drowned. 2 young men at Little Creek, Virginia, at the Navy SEALs Training Academy, suffered a fatal drowning. So swimming lessons are just one layer of protection, and the more layers of protection that we can put forth, the better off we'll all be. So tomorrow we'll be talking about actual swimming lessons. We'll be talking about how to pick swimming lessons, what works, what doesn't work, what works for some children may not work for other children, how important it is if you have a special needs child to get them with an instructor who has experience with special needs child. We'll talk about the advantages of having private lessons versus the advantages of having group lessons. And there are advantages all the way around. So I hope you'll join me tomorrow, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks very much.